Welcome to Namaste. It's Christmas Eve, it's Thursday, and we are here together joining in the most exciting event ever, the birth of the Christ through and as each one of us. Yes, of course, we celebrate something that seems to have happened 2,000 years ago, but which we realize is happening right now in reality, in truth. And that's what we celebrate. That's what we're here to claim, because it's only in claiming this birth that we begin to be the radiance, the extension of that light, because that is what's being born in us, this eternal light that penetrates all dark, shadowy places, bringing new life, new revelation. And so we join together in that. And I'm excited because today's lesson from the impersonal life just happens to be the perfect lesson for this day. So let me pull that up and let's just dive right into this beautiful lesson. Take a nice deep breath and see if you can feel this in the deepest part of your own heart and your own womb. Whether you're a man or a woman, in a spiritual sense, we are all feminine, being penetrated by the divine, so that we may give birth to that light. So the lesson says, you have been impregnated with an unimaginable idea that I am one with you, and that the whole kingdom is contained within. It is unimaginable because you seem to have constructed an entire world that is the complete denial of what I'm sharing. You seem to have constructed this world, but reality cannot be denied forever. This is your salvation, the fact that reality cannot be denied forever. And that is what you feel moving within you now, reality itself. When you hear my words and feel their impact, something begins to move and to grow within. Do you feel that happening now? You have come full term, and the child within you is ready to be born. And as any mother will tell you, when the child is ready to leave her womb, there is no stopping its birth. Just as there's no way that you can stop the Christ from being born through and as you. You can't stop it because this is who you are. It's inevitable. You can delay this birth, but even its delay is inconsequential, since the illusion of time cannot deny or delay anything that is true and real. The birth is happening right now, in this moment. Whether you choose to recognize it right now is your choice, yes. But why? Why would you not want to recognize the birth of light through and as you, exploding into the universe, radiating out a light that is so holy that everything that seemed to contradict it melts away easily, naturally, with such great joy that there's nothing else in this universe that will ever satisfy you. And through this light, you know that, you recognize that. So once again, I'm going to back up. You have come full term, and the child within you is ready to be born. And as any mother will tell you, when the child is ready to leave her womb, there's no stopping its birth, just as there's no way that you can stop the Christ or the light or holiness itself from being born through and as you right now. Any attempt that you make to delay this will only increase the fear that has claimed you until now, until it becomes completely unbearable. Have you gotten to that point? Have you gotten to the point where your denial has become completely unbearable? If so, that's a very good thing, because now you're ready. Now you're ready for this birth to finally take place. Just as a mother who is in the pains of labor, there comes that point where everything changes. The child has been born, and joy fills the room, fills the whole world. Open your heart now and let this light emerge. That's the birth. And it's happening right now, through and as you. Why would we delay? Why would we wait when it's happening right now? Christmas is just the symbol of this. It's not a particular day in the year as it seems to be. It's a symbol of right now. And if we can claim that right now, then we realize that it has always claimed us. Such a simple message, but we tend to overcomplicate it, and we don't need to. Today we're going to keep it simple. Let the light be born. Don't hold back. Don't delay. Just say yes. With that said, I'm going to turn it over to Vicki and hear what our dear sister has to say. Is Vicki here today?
Yes, Jimmy, I'm right here.
Oh, good morning.
And good morning, Jimmy. And I'm just syruping my last tray of baklava for the season. As
So
we
nice
speak.
to join you.
Yes, you got me here. But this is a very auspicious Christmas for all of us. Having gone through what looked like a darkening of the light in the outer world, it's been the year of the coming of the light in our inner world. And I'm going to give you the current events report for the day. So, and as you know, Jimmy, our dear sister Clare, very peacefully yesterday at 5:30, rested herself by the grace of the Holy Spirit into heaven, into the invisible. And what happened is nothing happened. Nothing happened. She rested so peacefully that her husband, who is a doctor, medical doctor, Harvard medical doctor, had to go get her son to see if she had really passed, because she didn't sigh, she didn't gurgle, she didn't do anything. She just simply ceased to be in her body. But the fruit of it is the experience that we talk about, the birthing of Christ. The fruit of the light that we are and our acceptance of it is our natural joy. And that's what happened yesterday. There was a flood of grace that filled her whole family and me and many of us with that natural Christ knowing that freedom has been won, that the light has broken through what seemed to be a dark moment, and nothing was left but happiness and joy, and still is. And for me, and this is always unmistakable, because it's learning from the inside where the seed of the kingdom comes to bloom in us as we pay attention, that we recognize that light as we see it in ourselves and one another and in the inner experience. And what I realized is I made a fire, and I sat by the fire last night for hours and was overcome truly with appreciation and joy and sadness. There's no, the tears, because I had a playmate. Claire was my best friend to play. We played everywhere we could, all around the globe. Everywhere she would meet me, we would always play. And I remember in 1989, I remember it well, we had a New Year's Eve party at her beach house. She had a house on Nantasket Beach here in the Boston area. And we went around and said what our New Year's resolution was in that year. And both our resolutions were the same. And we made a pact like little kids do, like a blood sister thing. And our pact was, no matter what, we were going to get enlightened this lifetime, and it was going to be fun. And we knew that's what it had to be. And then all these many years later, her conscious transition in monitoring these last few weeks, a few weeks ago, when she made this announcement. She called me up and said, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. It's all done. And it's got to be in joy and consciousness. And it was, every day she was monitoring where her experience was leading her in seeing beings and light on both sides, visibly and invisibly, on the safety she felt, But for me, what I realized last night as I sat by the fire was that the greatest joy we have in this world is exactly where we are this moment now, that the experience of light is true love. And true love is nothing more than loving God together. You know, we talk about a single purpose. Brothers who know they love God with all their heart and all their might and all their souls, and they hold hands to that one directive. We are going to know and love God and bless everything as part of God. That's what intimacy is. That's what true love is. That's what this Namaste community is. This room right now, Jimmy, why I join with you and all of us join with one another. We share that true love, that God is our everything, and we see that light in each other, and it propels us, it calls us, it is irresistible because it is the experience that you talk about of the light, not the reading about it, but that experience of love, boundless, joyful, love without opposite, love. And it does come packaged in fun and joy, and it doesn't appear that way sometimes. But when all of the wrappings are gone, that's what was left. As I sat here till midnight, 12:30, by myself in front of the fire last night, I was crying and laughing and saying, thank you. I have been untethered from all kinds of false ideas of what love could ever be, romantic love or love for, the trees or whatever it is. And I was bathed in true love. And in form and time, true love, birthing the Christ, is the appreciation and the love we feel for each other in that bond of brotherhood. It's what it boils down to here in time. And that's irresistible. And I want to thank my sister Clare for the bright demonstration of it and share it with you and with all of us. And thank you, everyone, that we love God together, and it's fun and it's joyful, and no matter what. And that's the song that our heart is singing to and bursting forth in light. That's the experience. Thanks, Jimmy.
Mm. Thank you, Vicky. I think that's the reason why so many of you keep coming back here every single day, is because we're just shining this light in such a fun, bright way. This is not a heavy intellectual discussion, theological. We're just shining the light and being happy together because we feel this light radiating from within. I mean, what more could there be? What greater joining could there be? What greater message could there be for Christmas? And yes, Claire, God bless her. She's been such an example for so many years to many of us, and to see her, you know, so gracefully shift from one experience into another with such light and such joy. I think she accomplished the goal that you both set, for sure, just as you are, my dear.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
How about you?
Thank you, everyone.
Anything?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Which is it's funny because since before we started talking or this came on, I was playing this song. It's only 3 minutes, so I think it's appropriate. So I'm going to play this song.
Now that we've helped people customize and save with Liberty Mutual, we can finally do some beach reading.
Uh, Commercial.
This is the checkers game where grandson and granddad will bond.